The CityCast Philly team is joining me for a chat about navigating the grocery aisles. Some of us are bargain hunters, and others love niche markets. Keep listening for ways to save on your next grocery bill. It's Thursday, June 5th. I'm Trenae Nuri, and here's where Philly shops for food. Siani, Matt, Abby, hey y'all.
Hey everybody, let's go shopping.
Hey. Hi guys.
Where do you guys like to shop for groceries? Like your go-to, this is where you're going for groceries.
I'd say my trifecta is Grocery Outlet Bargain Market, the new Sprouts over on Oregon, and Acme. And they're all on Oregon Ave, and it's just easy for me to kind of hop around to them if one of them doesn't have something.
Will you hit 3 in a row, like the same trip?
I think usually it's more like 2, like if I need to, especially if I go to Grocery Outlet Bargain Market. I call it Gob'em, by the way.
That was my other question. What is Grocery Outlet Bargain Market?
I like to tell people it's like the TJ Maxx of grocery stores. It's like overstock, or maybe things that like it's not expired yet, but maybe the date's coming close. Mm-hmm. There's lots of kind of random things. But it's all names you'd recognize from other grocery stores. There's Oreos and Pringles and all that type of stuff, but it's just marked down.
Okay. My kids got a gallon of sunflower seeds from Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
A gallon? Yes.
2 summers ago. Yes. There's a Grocery Outlet Bargain Market in the Sharswood neighborhood and in like
North
Mount
Square
Airy.
Too has one on American Street.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Matt, where do you get your groceries?
So most of our grocery shopping is done via walking, and Heirloom, which is the like smaller boutique giant, is in our neighborhood. So that's like where we're at 2, 3, sometimes 4 days a week, because you get a couple bags. It's for a few days. You go back, what you need for dinner that night. Great store, solid produce. They have a sushi counter, which is good for a quick meal. They sell beer and wine. The lines on Friday night, because of that, get out of control. I cannot stand, though, the self-checkout there. I mean, every time I screw it up, I always need help. The machine always gets mad at me. They cannot process that I'm trying to type in bok choy or whatever. So I wish I had an actual cashier. But other than that, love the store. And then if we just need produce and we're in the Rittenhouse area, we'll stop at Max's, one of these old school, almost entirely produce markets, very small, good looking, ripe stuff. And we will hit that for a quick, you need a couple of last minute things. But our other way we supplement groceries, we get a box delivered on our stoop every Wednesday from Philly Food Works, which is a farm share, but it also has a load of other products that you can get delivered. So every week you can modify the delivery. So they have a list of like 10 different local and seasonal items that they offer you. You can delete what you don't want. So there's standard stuff on there like strawberries, scallions, but there's also just these specifically curated local and seasonal produce that has led to some fun like TikTok experimentation in my kitchen. So I'll just put in these, random vegetables that I've literally never heard of and type them into TikTok and see if they spit out something that I can make that's within my limited cooking abilities. This week, I was looking up what we're getting. We have Easter egg radishes, garlic scapes. I'll delete some stuff. Like I don't know how to do anything with Swiss chard, so I will usually delete the Swiss chard. And then we always add on milk, eggs, bananas. They have pantry items. They have meat, seafood, bread. They have beverages. And I love that much of it is local and that you can skip delivery and that I know it's coming on Wednesday. So that's Philly Food Works.
Is it cost effective or is it on the more expensive side in terms of groceries?
It definitely leans on the more expensive side. I have never done a full cost analysis of it. Mm-hmm. I think I like it so much that I haven't wanted to know how much money I might be might be wasting on it. And I also find the products are so good. You ever order groceries delivered and you sometimes get busted up apples and you're like, come on, man.
Yeah.
So that does not happen here.
Can I tell you guys a story really quick about that? I one time ordered a block of butter, like the 4-pack or something from Uber Eats or one of those types of things. And the person, they replaced it with a block of mozzarella cheese.
Oh. Because that's the same.
Well, it looks similar, sort of. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was really brutal. I was trying to make cookies.
You're making mozzarella sticks.
Yeah, exactly.
Siani, where do you like to shop?
Yeah, well, for me, we used to have an Acme in the neighborhood, and it was perfect because it was so close to the house. And then, of course, they decided to leave us, so we had to pivot. ShopRite's definitely been our go-to for a while, especially we still have the discount card on a keychain, so always trying to rely on that as much as we can. But Aldi's also been a primary, and I think we've got most of our groceries from Aldi these days, just because the prices are a little bit better. But depending what we're looking for, we'll bop around places. I will say though, we'll sometimes go out to the burbs like Ben Salem to pick up groceries, just because the experience is a little bit more peaceful. I think depending on the time of day, it just feels like there's less people, not as much of a stressful experience as opposed to shopping in Philly.
Wider aisles. It's luxurious to once in a while go out to the burbs to go food shopping for sure.
And especially if you're popping by Walmart, it is a completely different experience. If a store was my enemy, I would say the Walmart on Aramingo. The vibes there are horrendous. I try to avoid that at all costs.
Siani, basically you shop just like how I shop. I go to the big box grocery chains like ShopRite's, Fresh Grocers, Acme's, Giants. I will cross over City Avenue and go to the nicer grocery stores sometimes. But I feel like my shopping habits are changing because I'm being more conscious of the spending. So I'm not doing giant grocery hauls or anything like that. I'm trying to find those ready-to-cook meals or meals that are already cooked that I can just toss in a pan, shake it up a little bit, add a little seasoning.
Yeah.
Just because I'm busy and the kids are in sports and all sorts of stuff is happening.
Sprouts has these one-pan meals that are very good. I'm looking at their website now. They've got citrus herb chicken, shrimp scampi, black garlic chicken and mushroom. So something to think about.
That's my jam. I feel like we have to also add farmers markets. And I have been really loving the East Falls Farmers Market because I like to go to the pasta vendor and the honey vendor. They sell honey that have spice to it. It has a kick to it. So I add that in my chicken recipes.
Oh, cool.
Just to kind of spice it up. So yeah, fresh pasta, fresh honey.
And local honey is also healthy for you. To have the honey from bees that are in your same region is supposed to be much healthier for you than just the random honey from the supermarket.
Yeah, it helps with allergies too because the pollen and all that stuff are in the honey as well. So you kind of get a microdose of it, and it allegedly can help if you have allergies.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But I agree. I go to the Italian market a lot too, Trenae. That kind of reminds me. It's the closest, I would say, produce, farmer's market type situation near me. And it's open year round. And they have just killer produce prices.
Do you find the produce there is quality? I know it's very cheap, but I've also been a little bit disappointed sometimes with the produce in the Italian market in terms of how well it looks.
It depends what time of day you go. If you go in the morning, the options are so much better. And if I go later in the day, anytime past 1, you're going to get what's left over. And that's what it is, so.
This conversation now, I'm okay, well, when do you go grocery shopping?
Good question.
I like to go at the crack of dawn.
What day of the week?
I like to go, honestly, before we start work.
Nice.
Because like everyone's at work and no one is there. Or I like to go at the crack of dawn on like a Saturday.
You see a lot of older people there when you're
Mm-hmm.
shopping the crack of dawn?
Yeah. Or like firefighters. They're like, I guess they're buying stuff for the firehouse.
I love that.
Yeah, I love going in the mornings.
Yeah, definitely same on the mornings. Usually we reserve our grocery shopping for the weekend. Sunday mornings are also pretty good. You just think like people are trying to sleep in or they're all up in church. So it's just like, take advantage while people are either sleeping or doing other like Sunday rituals.
Or like an hour before the Eagles or Phillies play.
Yeah, I was going to say my wife, who doesn't watch a lot of football, she'll go during an Eagles game and it's like a ghost town.
Can't you also get discounts if you wear Eagles gear?
At Acme?
Yes, at Acme and Giant. Giant sometimes has it too. Mhm. All right, we've got more on this grocery conversation when we come back.
Learning a new language opens the door to new friends, new cultures, maybe even a whole new life. So why not start that journey today? I'm CityCast CEO David Plotz, and I'm learning Spanish with Babbel. Babbel's conversation-based technique quickly teaches you useful words and phrases about the things you actually talk about in the real world. I've been practicing my Spanish with Babbel's AI conversation partner. I can choose my conversation topic and have a real-time dialogue. It's great at helping me think on my feet, and it's improving my pronunciation. Also, it's really easy to do anytime on my phone using Babbel's excellent mobile app. It's just one of the many fantastic Babbel tools for learning. Plus, Babbel has a real-time feedback, progress trackers, and handy visualizations, all of which make it really easy to stay motivated to learn. I want you to learn another language. So CityCast is teaming up with Babbel to gift you 55% off subscriptions, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/citycast. Get up to 55% off at babbel.com/citycast. Spelled BABBEL.com/citycast. Babbel.com/citycast. Rules and restrictions may apply.
So it sounds like from what we said, none of us are really loyal to any one store, which I love because we are comparative shoppers. We like to move around. So I like to go to ShopRite and Acme for like meat and seafood, but I also like to go to Trader Joe's for the produce and like snacks because I feel like the produce is cheap and the snacks are somewhat healthy maybe.
I just threw a +1 for Trader Joe's snacks. Everything is so interesting and looks so enticing on that snack shelf, and everything appears to be like $2.99 or $3.49. You're like,
Yes,
I can do that, and then you end
right.
up filling up your cart with hundreds of $3.49 snacks. So my kids like the rolled corn tortilla chips, chili and lime flavor.
Oh, like the Takis kind of.
Yeah, it's like the Trader Joe's Takis, exactly. They like the seaweed snacks. My wife likes getting like dips and charcuterie stuff there. We get their bagged like dried fruit. They got soft and juicy mango. And I just love their frozen stuff, man. I mean, those mini ice cream cones. Have you had the mini ice cream cones?
Yeah.
They have a everything bagel mixed nuts that are just incredibly addictive. Delicious. Trader Joe's is great with nuts. Thai chili cashews. So love the snacks at Trader Joe's. I don't think there's a better place to stock up on snacks.
I agree. I always will like take the trip out to a Trader Joe's because there isn't really one near me when I'm going on like a road trip or something. But I agree. I'm definitely not loyal. I would say for snacks for me, I like to go to Grocery Outlet Bargain Market for it because there's just like so much random stuff and you never know what you're going to get. And it's kind of exciting and fun for me to do that. But then I need to get like my seafood or meat. I would rather go to Acme or to Sprouts for that. Sprouts has really cheap like chicken breast cuttings. They're like Like, I think I got like 2 pounds for like $6 the other day. It was insane. I was deeply surprised. I think I like audibly gasped in the store. And it was not on sale. It was just, they're just selling it like that. I was like, is this a joke? But it was good.
Make sure you clean your chicken.
I didn't get sick. I ate it.
Right.
It's all good. So
Cook that real good.
all the way through.
Yes.
But then also, you guys have absolutely heard me talk about bread before. I'm a little bread obsessed, and I will go out of my way for bread. So I lean heavily on the co-ops in my area to get nice, like, artisanal bread. But my trick is, because I don't want to pay $8 for a loaf of bread, is I ask all the co-ops around me when they stock certain items. So I'll ask them, like, when they stock bread, they'll start discounting the bread that hasn't sold. So I'll get it for like 25% or 50% off. Wow. And that's kind of my little trick. And they have great bread like Merschbacher's or like Baker Street bread. It's these giant like sourdough sliced loaves. It's great. So I would suggest that if you're like me and you'll go out of your way for bread.
Siani, do you go to different stores for your produce versus your meats?
Yeah, it's definitely a mixed bag. I would say ShopRite is definitely better when it comes to meat selection and if you're looking for name brands. My mom, she's definitely particular about name brands. So when it comes to beans and stuff like that, it has to be Goya. She needs it to be specifically Goya. It needs to be a specific label. If they had, done a redesign, we have to be like, no, it is still the same brand.
I know, like Goya has the organic Goya now.
Exactly. So it's like, make sure you have like the OG type of stuff. But mostly everything is from Aldi, just because you can find so much more comparable stuff for less. And I think I had to get out of that mindset. I think especially as a kid when I saw like the off-brand Pop-Tarts, I'm like, what the heck is this? And it's like, it's the same thing. So I think there might be certain products where you might taste a difference, but for the most part, it's like getting out of that mindset that like just because it has a particular name doesn't necessarily mean it's better, and therefore like could you be finding a better price point for something. I will say I used to rely on Aldi more for like plant-based selection, like when it came to plant-based burgers or sausages, but I think it's dwindled. So if anyone listening has noticed this, feel free to let us know.
I don't know. I don't like Aldi snacks anymore. It's just, I can't do the taste.
Yeah, that's real. I noticed Lidl. I don't know how many are in the city now. There are a few. I've popped in there. They have a similar vibe to Aldi. It seemed like the snack selection was better. I like the apple chips. That's my go-to. But yeah, snacks can kind of be a little bit hit or miss. When it comes to certain items like plantains, cassava, yams, we're probably going to our neighborhood, like Latino markets for that type of regional food. I don't go to farmers markets all that often just because they're not really conveniently near me. But if I really want to have a nice day out, I'll stop by the Rittenhouse Farmers Market because they do have a lot of great goods there. And there's this one stall, the A-Frame Apiary. I love their strawberry honey so much. They have strawberry honey, blueberry honey. It's so good on, like your morning biscuits or something like that. And it's made right in Berks County. So I love doing a special trip out for that. And, having a plot at a community garden, I know it's not the same amount of produce that you'd find in a grocery store. But that's at least something nice to have on the side. It's just really rewarding to be able to like eat the stuff that you've grown and then sharing that wealth with the other campesinos, as we call them, in the community garden. And like the North Square Neighborhood Project, they have a farm stand on Saturday mornings from July to November that's run by youth. So that's through their after school program. So it's just nice to be able to have the different variety of where you can source food from and what ways you can kind of go deeper on the local level to get that food access.
How much you paying for eggs these days?
Oh, God. All right. I'm shopping around for eggs. So, like I said, I go to Trader Joe's in the suburbs for cheap eggs. But
How
if I
much?
need to it was like $3.
That's good.
That's really good.
I think it was $3. Yeah.
Oh, those the healthy eggs, or you're getting the
whatever is the cheapest. I'm not getting like, oh, let me get the farm raised. No, it's cheap. But sometimes if I'm like, open the fridge, oh my God, we have no eggs, and it's Saturday, I will like run to the corner store real quick. That's about like $7.99, and then if we have family over, so if I'm cooking more food for people, I will try to get like the 18 count, the larger eggs, and I just know I'm gonna have to pay for it
yeah.
at the box chain grocery stores.
We're paying $6.50 a dozen at Philly Food Works through that farm share, but they're the best eggs I've ever had in my kitchen.
Do you really think it's okay, let's be real. Like an egg is an egg, right?
It is, but first of all, I know my chickens were happy. They're living and lived a wonderful life. They had a pasture. They had no antibiotics. They had a collective of Amish farmers in Glen Mills, Pennsylvania, who took care of them. And now they have produced these wonderful, almost orange-looking eggs that I really believe they cook fluffier and they have more flavor and they're, I'm going to say, healthier. Sunny Harvest Farms is the collective that they source the eggs from. They get supplemental organic feed. They live the life.
Wow.
See, I have a bit of a different perspective on it in terms of like, the egg prices are ridiculous. If sometimes I don't have time to go to 3 different grocery stores. I'm going to go to one and I just have to pay for whatever's there. But if I'm looking for a cheap egg, I do feel like Walmart is the cheapest. It's like $3.50 or something for a dozen. I don't like going out to Walmart. I agree with Siani. If I can avoid Walmart, I will not go there. I also think Sprouts has a pretty good prices on eggs. They're just like always sold out. So I'll call them and be like, do you have eggs? And they'll tell me. But they have a 18 deal for, I think it's like $7.99. So that's pretty good. But if I know, I'm gonna have to pay money for these stupid eggs no matter what, I go around to a co-op around the corner for me. It's called Row House Grocery. And they sell a dozen eggs for $4.99. And they are, Matt, to your point, they are gorgeous when you crack them. They have a beautiful yolk. And I'm really obsessed with the fact that they have a lay date on the front. So it'll say when the chickens at this like semi-local farm laid the eggs, and they're always like a week before I bought them.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I'm like, if I'm going to be chalking it out anyway, I'm going to chalk it out for that. You know what I mean? I would love to say that I do care about the chickens in their life, and I really hope they're living their best life. But also, if there was a cheaper option, I'd probably be buying that. There just usually isn't an accessible one to me. So.
Wow. You guys really have these beautiful ways of shopping for eggs.
See, they're so intentional with it. Meanwhile,
I'm like, give me the eggs.
We're just taking what we can get. Like at Aldi,
honestly,
like we'll get like the gold hen eggs, and those are like $3.85 a dozen. And I will say, make sure you're actually paying for what you're supposed to be paying for, because we've noticed, if you can, open a carton when you're at the store, because if you're supposed to be paying for large eggs, make sure someone didn't switch the eggs around, because that's something that we've clocked where people are looking at the other cartons, be like, oh, this is bigger, I'm going to put this in a smaller carton, or an egg is missing or something. So definitely check out your eggs before buying them.
But they're switching out
That's
eggs.
wild.
That is wild. I don't even have time to do something like that.
Recession indicator.
That is an absolute recession indicator.
Well, speaking of recession-proofing your groceries, do you guys still get those paper circulars, or do you use like digital coupons? I still get that plastic pouch thrown on my porch, but I do use the digital coupons at ShopRite and Acme.
Yeah, we still get the circulars. I think sometimes we'll use it for like compare and save. So that might be something to check out. But like the keychains for ShopRite, we'll still use that from time to time. Or like any little way you can get coupons, definitely use them because I think they're not as taken advantage as much as they should be.
I agree. I also still get those. I still get the plastic pouch on my porch too, and I'll check it out sometimes. But I'm a lot more dependent on the Acme app. But I mostly use the app when I'm at like grocery outlet or something, and I'm like, okay, this is an okay price, but is it like cheaper at Acme or whatever? I also just like to keep an eye out for like deals in the area. Like every Wednesday at Sprouts, they have like a $5 sushi deal. So I'll go there for lunch sometimes.
Same with Giant. They have that sushi deal too.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
Here's some other kind of like workarounds. If you need items from the deli counter, I just stick to a budget and say, give me $2 of your store brand American cheese. And they're like,
Smart.
Yeah, what? I'm like, yeah, $2. That's it. Or $3 worth of, I don't know, like turkey or whatever. And I usually get the store brand so that it's usually a better deal.
I didn't know you could do that.
That's also kind of how I use like Sprouts has a really big like pay by the pound area for like nuts and like I don't know, there's these really good like chamoy peach round things. They've lots of snacks and stuff and like I don't know, I don't always need like $5.99 worth of like walnuts. So if I just get a handful, it's like 30 to 50 cents, you know, depending on how much things cost. So they also have a tip about Whole Foods. They have discount cheese ends. So like when they cut cheese in their cheese section, they charge it by weight. And sometimes when they're cutting it, there's like little ends and stuff left over. So I'll pop by and see if they have any good like $1 pieces of nice cheese and stuff to snack on.
Okay. We talked groceries. We talked produce, farm to table, boxes, how to shop around for deals. One thing I've noticed about some Philly grocery stores is they are becoming third spaces. And this is what I mean. I went to the beautiful Riverwalk Giant, which is along the Schuylkill River Trail. They have this enormous variety of beer where you could just like chill and drink beer there. And so that got me thinking, do the grocery stores that you do go to, are they set up as like third spaces so you can like stick around for a little bit? Because the Acme up in Roxborough has a karaoke night.
Karaoke at the supermarket?
Wow.
I can't believe Philly's hottest club is the Acme in Roxborough. But for hanging out, I love H Mart. It's a great place if you need to stock up on items from East Asia, particularly Korea, but it is designed as a social environment. So I regularly hang out there with friends in the food court because they just have multiple stalls and it's a good selection of hot meals. Like I've got omurice, I've gotten a big heaping bowl of a seafood soup that I had to like take a container home because it was so much. You can get your bubble tea. So it's really great to just like sit down. And there's been times where like we're trying to figure out a group hangout and no one can make a decision. So we're like, guess we're going to H Mart again. And then we'll get like shopping done together later that day.
But yeah, I agree. I occasionally will hang out with my friends and get beers and maybe some food at the Whole Foods off of the Parkway.
Yeah, the Whole Foods is a great. Been doing this for a while, right? Created those spaces to eat.
Yeah, that particular Whole Foods has a good amount of space and places to eat, and then we'll get a drink and then we'll walk over on like First Fridays or something to the museums or things like that.
Siani, Matt, Abby, thank you so much for joining me on this episode of CityCast Philly.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate all the ideas.
Good luck shopping.
Thanks, everyone.
That's all for today here on CityCast Philly. If you enjoyed this episode, tell a friend, rate the show, leave us a review, and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to sign up for our morning newsletter, Hey Philly, to learn more about what else Philly's talking about. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Bye.
What would your karaoke song at a supermarket be?
I'm all lost in the supermarket. That one?
Oh, that's
That's a good
perfect. Nice.
Yeah, The Clash.